mga tagapakinig ng programang Katilingban o Kinaiyahan. Ako po ang inyong lingkod na si Marie Penelope E. Fang ng Mines and Geosciences Bureau Regional Office No. 13. Malugod na pagbati po kay MGB 13 OIC Regional Director, Engineer Larry M. Herades, at sa mga Division Chiefs at empleyado ng MGB 13 na patuloy sa paghatid ng serbisyo publiko at pagpapatupad ng responsableng pagmimina. Pagbati rin po sa lahat ng mga mamamayan na kabilang sa industriya ng pagmimina sa Caraga Region. Hangad namin ang mga pagpapala ng araw na ito para sa inyong lahat. Binabati rin po namin ang mga residente sa mga mining communities. Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Pagbati rin po sa lahat ng aming partner agencies, local government units, civil society organizations at sectors na katuwang namin para maipaibayo ang responsableng pagmimina at pagtatag ng mga ligtas at maunlad na komunidad. Ngayong araw na ito ay magbabahagi po ako ng mga impormasyon tungkol sa mga pagdiriwang na pinangungunahan ng Department of Environment and Natural Resources na kinabibilangan ng Mines and Geosciences Bureau. Ipinagdiriwang natin ngayong buwan ng Hunyo ang Philippine Environment Month. Happy Environment Month po! The month of June was declared Philippine Environment Month by virtue of Proclamation No. 237 signed on April 4, 1988 by then-President Corazon Aquino to raise environmental consciousness among Filipinos. The celebration gives time and effort towards the protection, enhancement, and development of the country's environment. Ang tema po ng Philippine Environment Month ngayong taon ay Sama-samang Pagkilos, Sama-samang Paghilom. Ikaw, ako, tayo ang kalikasan. Ngayong taon po ay may mga isasagawang aktibidades ang Mines and Geosciences Bureau, Regional Office No. 13, para ipagdiwang ang Philippine Environment Month sa kabila ng pandemya. Ang mga nasabing aktibidades ay magaganap po sa pamamagitan ng virtual platform bilang pagsunod sa mga health protocols ngayong panahon ng pandemya. Bukas po, ika-25 ng Hunyo, ay ipagdiriwang po natin ang Arbor Day upang lalo pang itaguyod ang mas malusog na ecosystem sa pamamagitan ng environmental rehabilitation, kagaya ng pagtatanim ng mga puno. Noong taong 2012 ay isinabatas ni President Benigno Aquino III ang revival ng Arbor Day bilang isang taunang pangyayari at pagtitipon para sa mga local government units at deklara bilang Tree Planting Day na isa ring public working holiday. Sa ilalim ng nasabing batas, ang lahat ng mamamayang Pilipino na may edad na 12 at pataas ay kinakailangang magtanim ng isang puno kada taon. Alamin po natin ang kasaysayan ng Arbor Day. Arbor Day, which literally translate to Tree Day from the Latin origin of the word arbor, is a holiday that celebrates the planting, upkeep, and preservation of trees. The first Arbor Day. The Spanish village of Mondoñedo held the first documented arbor plantation festival in the world, organized by its mayor in 1594. The place remains as Alameda de los Remedios, and it is still planted with lime and horse chestnut trees. A humble granite marker and a bronze plate recall the event. Additionally, the small Spanish village of Villanueva de la Sierra held the first modern Arbor Day, an initiative launched in 1805 by the local priest with the enthusiastic support of the entire population. Since 1947, Arbor Day in the Philippines has been institutionalized to be observed throughout the nation by planting trees and ornamental plants and other forms of relevant activities. Its practice was instituted through Proclamation Number 30. It was subsequently revised by Proclamation Number 41, issued in the same year. In 1955, the commemoration was extended from a day to a week and moved to the last full week of July. Over 2 decades later, its commemoration was moved to the second week of June. In 2003, the commemorations were reduced from a week to a day and was moved to June 25 per Proclamation Number 396. The same proclamation directed the active participation of all government agencies, including government-owned and controlled corporations, private sector, schools, civil society groups, and the citizenry in tree planting activity. It was subsequently revised by Proclamation 643 in the succeeding year. Proclamation Number 643, signed in 2004, declared every 25th of June as Philippine Arbor Day to be observed throughout the nation by planting trees and ornamental plants. In 2012, Republic Act Number 10176 or the Arbor Day Act was enacted into law, mandating local government units to designate a day of the year to observe Arbor Day and to allocate budget for the implementation of an annual tree planting activity. The law also requires local officials to create an Arbor Day Celebrations Committee, which will specify the area within the local government unit where the tree planting or reforestation activity will be performed. Moreover, the law also requires all able-bodied citizens of the Philippines who are at least 12 years of age to plant 1 tree every year. At syempre pa, dahil ipagdiriwang po natin ang Arbor Day bukas, ay pag-usapan rin po natin ang kahalagahan ng mga puno. Benefits of trees. Ito po ay mula sa Tree People Movement. Trees combat climate change. Excess carbon dioxide is building up in our atmosphere, contributing to climate change. Trees absorb carbon dioxide, removing and storing the carbon while releasing oxygen back into the air. In 1 year, an acre of mature trees absorbs the same amount of carbon dioxide produced when you drive your car 26,000 miles. Trees clean the air. Trees absorb odors and pollutant gases such as nitrogen oxides, ammonia, sulfur dioxide, and ozone, and filter particulates out of the air by trapping them on their leaves and bark. Trees provide oxygen. In 1 year, an acre of mature trees can provide enough oxygen for 18 people. Trees cool the streets and the city. Trees cool the city by up to 10 degrees Fahrenheit by shading our homes and streets, breaking up urban heat islands, and releasing water vapor into the air through their leaves. Trees conserve energy. 3 trees placed strategically around a single-family home can cut summer air conditioning needs by up to 50%. By reducing the energy demand for cooling our houses, we reduce carbon dioxide and other pollution emissions from power plants. Trees save water. Shade from trees slows water evaporation from thirsty lawns. Most newly planted trees need only 15 gallons of water a day. As trees transpire, they increase atmospheric moisture. Correction po, most newly planted trees need only 15 gallons of water a week. Not a day, a week po. Trees help prevent water pollution. Trees reduce runoff by breaking rainfall, thus allowing the water to flow down the trunk and into the earth below the tree. This prevents stormwater from carrying pollutants to the ocean. When mulched, trees act like a sponge that filters this water naturally and uses it to recharge groundwater supplies. Trees help prevent soil erosion. On hillsides or stream slopes, trees slow runoff and hold soil in place. Trees shield children from ultraviolet rays. Skin cancer is the most common form of cancer. In many countries, trees reduce exposure to ultraviolet rays by about 50%, thus providing protection to children on school campuses and playgrounds where children spend hours outdoors. Trees provide food. Fruit trees can yield lots of fruits per year and can be planted on the tiniest urban lot. Aside from fruit for humans, trees provide food for birds and wildlife. Trees heal. Studies have shown that patients with views of trees out their windows heal faster and with less complications. Children with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder show fewer symptoms when they have access to nature. Exposure to trees and nature aids concentration by reducing mental fatigue. Trees reduce violence. Neighborhoods and homes that are barren have shown to have a greater incidence of violence in and out of the home than their greener counterparts. Trees and landscaping help to reduce the level of fear. Trees mark the seasons. Just look at the trees to know the seasons. Trees create economic opportunities. Fruit harvested from community orchards can be sold, thus providing income. Small business opportunities in green waste management and landscaping arise when cities value mulching and its water-saving qualities. Vocational training for youth interested in green jobs is also a great way to develop economic opportunities from trees. Trees are teachers and playmates. Whether as houses for children or creative and spiritual inspiration for adults, trees have provided the space for human retreat throughout the ages. Trees bring diverse groups of people together. Tree plantings provide an opportunity for community involvement and empowerment that provides the quality of life in our neighborhoods. All cultures, ages, and genders have an important role to play at a tree planting or tree care event. Trees promote unity. Trees as landmarks can give a neighborhood a new identity and encourage civic pride. Trees provide a canopy and habitat for wildlife. Trees provide excellent homes for birds, bees, and other animals. Trees beautify space. Trees can mask concrete walls or parking lots and unsightly views. They muffle sound from nearby streets and freeways and create an eye-soothing canopy of green. Trees absorb dust and wind and reduce glare. Trees provide wood. In suburban and rural areas, trees can be selectively harvested for fuel and craft. Trees increase property value. The beauty of a well-planted property and its surrounding street and neighborhood can raise property values by as much as 15%. And lastly, trees increase business traffic. Studies show that the more trees and landscaping a business district has, the more business will flow in. A tree-lined street wall or a tree-lined street will also slow traffic enough to allow the drivers to look at the storefronts instead of whizzing by. Ang Mines and Geosciences Bureau ay kaisa rin po sa People's Environment Stewardship Movement ng Department of Environment and Natural Resources na tinatawag na Tayo ang Kalikasan. Sa English po ay We Are the Environment. Launched in April 2019, Tayo ang Kalikasan is envisioned to be a collaborative effort of government and its citizens toward responsible development of our natural resources and to ensure the restoration, rehabilitation, and enhancement of the environment. I believe that our people are capable of change for the better, if not the best. I believe that from being part of the problem, our people can become the solution. I believe too that people care for clean air, clean water, healthy habitat, and a productive environment, said DNR Secretary Roy Simatu. The Department of Environment and Natural Resources continues to encourage Filipinos to participate in an environmental campaign that will help and contribute to preserving the country's natural resources and environment. Nawa ay maging kaisa po namin kayo sa pagsuporta sa mga pagdiriwang na ito para sa pangangalaga ng ating kapaligiran at likas na yaman. Ugaliin po natin ang pagtupad sa ating mga simpleng makakalikasang gawain at tungkulin, kagaya ng paglinis ng ating kapaligiran, pagtatanim ng mga puno, at pagtitipid ng tubig para sa ating kinabukasan. Habang tayong lahat ay nananalangin at umaasa na sana ay tuluyan ng mapuksa ang COVID-19, mga paalala lang po. Umiwas po tayo sa mga matataong lugar, ugaliin po natin ang madalas na paghugas ng ating mga kamay. Magbigay po tayo ng tulong sa kapwa natin, depende na po sa ating kakayahan. Panatilihin po muna natin ang social distancing, magsuot po tayo ng face mask at shield, lalo na kung tayo ay kinakailangang lumabas ng bahay. Palakasin po natin ang ating immune system para makaiwas po tayo sa mga karamdaman. At pangalagaan